A lot of times people say to me that, if you're on a spiritual path, you shouldn't be pursuing wealth.
I believe that wealth is beautiful and brilliant. It can do incredible things in the world when used to make a difference.
I wake up every morning. Espresso keep me going. I wake up every morning.
Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time. Even though it's hurting, he's not supposed to talk too much because he has to record his audiobooks tomorrow. So I'm stepping up and record for you guys this week. Let's start your day off right together. Grab a tea and sip on today's message from Dandapani. If you want to have more confidence, check out our 254s. They are free. The link to join is in the description below.
The quality of your life is essentially determined by how you carry this one. Yes or no?
No one on planet Earth can stop you from accomplishing and achieving what you want.
We talked about, having a business, and can we also then pursue spirituality? And one of the big things, in the 4 goals, wealth, this is the second one. A lot of times people say to me that, if you're on a spiritual path, you shouldn't be pursuing wealth. Like money and spirituality don't go hand in hand. And it's actually a concept that in the philosophy I subscribe to, it's not what it's preached. One of the goals actually as a household is to be as wealthy as possible. And that's why that goal, wealth, is right in there next to love. Right? So it's love, wealth, dharma, then enlightenment. And the concept here is that if you're wealthy, then you can look after your family, you can meet all your needs, which is part of your dharma, doing your duty to your family. You can also then help your community and impact the world. Because the only way you can impact the world is if you had resources to do so. Right? If you had no money, how could you go out and impact the world? How can you clean up the oceans? How can you help schools or orphanages or feed the poor? You can't. You need wealth. So the acquisition of the wealth is really important. And a lot of times people, especially with what I do, people look at me as a Hindu priest, I'm dressed up this way, they see I have an online course, they see me speaking, they're kind of like, why is he making money off spirituality? And I'm like, why is money a bad thing? People look at money as a bad thing, but it's not a bad thing. I mean, it depends on what you do with it. But you can pursue a life of acquiring wealth and scaling and growing that wealth, and yet still pursue a spiritual life. How do you use that wealth? That's a different question.
Now I have a very special bonus clip that I think you're gonna enjoy. But before that, it's time for the question of the day. What change do you need to make to aim to be wealthy? Let me know in the comments below. And if you are still here, I want to celebrate you. Give me a hashtag believe in the comments below.
I believe that wealth is beautiful and brilliant. It can do incredible things in the world when used to make a difference. When we use any wealth that we have to make an impact, to use it to make an influence, to help, serve and support the lives of others. But today, I want to talk to you about a different type of rich list.
There's more than one.
One of my favorite teachings about wealth has been this. You can tell how rich you are by counting the amount of things you have that money cannot buy. There's a beautiful quote by Jim Carrey where he says, I believe that everyone should become rich, famous, and achieve everything they want just to realize that it's not the point.
That would be nice.
Real wealth, inner wealth, fulfillment, satisfaction, meaning and purpose is a rich list that every single one of us can have and be on. I want you to take a moment to make a list of the things you have that money cannot buy. Maybe it's a beautiful family. Maybe it's an incredible partner. Maybe it's a passion and a drive that you've recently found and discovered for yourself. Maybe it's a recent experience that you had that wasn't really about where you were, but more about who you were with and what you were thinking about. The reason why I'm focusing on this rich list is because this list is something we often forget. It's not on the front page of a magazine. It's not inside the newspapers. It's not on the list online. But this list is one that you can look at every single day to remind yourself how fortunate, how grateful, and how incredible your life truly is.
If you want to know how Sarah Blakely manifests her ideas, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.